All right, so we've got a fascinating topic today, and honestly kind of a creepy crawly one too.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Scorpion infestations, specifically in Pakistan.
Scorpions, huh? Okay, I'm intrigued.
Uh,
Lay it on me.
so we got some info from, let me check my notes, Clean Sweep Pest Control. They're a company operating in Pakistan.
Pest control, dealing with scorpions, makes sense.
Right.
But why Pakistan? What's the story there?
Well, rapid urbanization. Places like Islamabad and Rawalpindi, these cities are growing like crazy.
Right, and I'm guessing that means more human-wildlife interactions, especially the unwelcome kind.
Exactly. We're talking about scorpions showing up where they really shouldn't be, in people's homes, businesses.
Yikes. Not the kind of house guest you want. I can see why folks would be calling pest control, but I mean, are scorpions really that big of a problem?
Well, it's not just a few stray scorpions here and there. We're talking infestations.
Okay, so that's a whole other level of nope. But why are they suddenly popping up like this?
Clean Sweep, they point to a few things. Obviously, the urban sprawl. As cities expand, they're pushing into scorpion habitats. Deforestation, construction, it all adds up.
So we're basically displacing them, and they're looking for a new place to call home.
Right, and unfortunately for us, that new home often ends up being our homes.
Makes sense, I guess. But is there anything making this problem worse? Like anything specific to these cities?
Well, get this, it's not just scorpions we need to worry about. Apparently, there's a pretty serious rat problem, too.
Rats! No, that's just adding insult to injury, isn't it? I can't imagine dealing with both.
And the worst part is, these two problems are actually linked.
Oh, how so?
Think about it. Overcrowded cities, often struggling with waste management, that's basically a paradise for rats.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Plenty of food, lots of hiding places.
And where you have rats, well, scorpions aren't far behind. It's all part of the same food chain, unfortunately.
A double dose of pest problems. That's a nightmare scenario. So what are people doing about it?
Well, that's where Clean Sweep comes in, right? They're offering these scorpion spray services, trying to tackle the problem head on.
Scorpion spray. Sounds pretty straightforward. But is that really enough to deal with an infestation? It seems like you need more than that.
That's what I thought, too. But reading through their material, it sounds like they've got a more comprehensive approach.
Oh, that's good to hear. So what are they doing? Fill me in.
They're doing inspections, trying to identify the scorpion hideouts, sealing up entry points, stuff like that. And they're really emphasizing safety, especially for families with kids and pets.
Makes sense. You don't want to solve one problem by creating another with harsh chemicals. So are they using anything specific? Any particular methods that stand out?
They don't go into too much detail about the specifics, but they do talk a lot about their experience in having trained professionals on staff.
Okay, so maybe they're trying to set themselves apart from other pest control companies, emphasize their expertise.
Yeah, could be. They also talk a lot about customer satisfaction and safe practices. Like they're trying to build trust.
Well, that's definitely important, especially when you're dealing with potentially dangerous stuff. But, something else caught my eye here. They keep mentioning eco-friendly solutions.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. What do you think they mean by that? Eco-friendly pest control. Seems a little contradictory, don't you think?
It definitely raises some questions. I mean, on one hand, you need to control these populations, protect people.
Right. Can't exactly just let scorpions and rats run wild.
Exactly. But on the other hand, you don't want to cause harm to the environment, So there's got to be a balance.
I guess eco-friendly could mean using less toxic pesticides, or maybe exploring some non-chemical options.
Yeah, maybe. Things like natural predators, habitat modification. It's a complex issue, finding that sweet spot between effectiveness and environmental responsibility.
And, it makes you think, right, this whole scorpion problem, it's not just some isolated incident. It's all connected to bigger issues like urbanization and how we impact the environment.
Absolutely. It's like this little window into a much bigger story.
Well, that's our deep dive for today, folks. Scorpions, rats, and pest control in Pakistan. It's a reminder that progress, especially rapid progress, can sometimes come with unintended consequences.
Yeah, and finding solutions requires careful thought, a balance between immediate needs and long-term sustainability.
Something to think about, for sure. Thanks for joining us.